What's going on, people? Back with a bang. This is the Money Management, back here to bring you guys another video, another recap of market play. So today we actually traded this stock QQQ, which is an index. So we're going to cover some different earnings plays. We're going to cover some stocks which have jumped up and down after market. We're going to cover a few different things in this video. But first, I'd like to make sure you guys drop the thumbs up, of course. Make sure you guys comment on the video. Let me know your thoughts on the video. Also, let me know what stocks you'd like to see going forward and all that good stuff. But yes, we looked at QQ puts today, and I was looking at the 387 puts, which expire tomorrow, for around 195. Now that was around here. The stock was around 388, I believe. And before we knew it, it sold off all the way down to around 384. So that was a really good trade. That was a very good day trade. For those who are swinging it, it's not exactly a great trade for you guys, because as you can see, towards the end of the day, QQQ started to rise up again. But now, let's kind of just look at SPY, because it kind of reflects the same, some similar movement. So yeah, SPY dropped off, sold off around just after noon, just after lunch, and then it started to rally towards the end of the day. Now personally, I think we see SPY back in the green tomorrow, but we can discuss that more at the end of the video. Let's now touch on the earnings plays from today. So we're going to start with Clean Spark, ticker symbol CLSK. They reported earnings after hours. Clearly, you can see this is an earnings play. It jumped up 3%. Then, before you knew it, it was down again. So it's kind of like, what is going on with this? And this is common with earnings plays, of course. Next, we're going to look at GRTX. That was one I actually called out in the Discord. So I know a lot of people did actually decide to look at it. GRTX, now that's an earnings play. Look at that. Up 14.81% after hours. It was up 95% today. Of course, it's been extremely volatile over the past week. Just check that out. This stock was 141. Now it's jumped up today to at least 331 at one point. And this kind of reminds me of the stock PROG. Do you guys remember this? So the reason I'm saying that is because you can actually buy it for a buy and hold, but you can also trade it for options. So yeah, this is PROG. Let's look at it over the past month. This one also hit around $4 at one point. There we go. Oh, $5. So yeah, this stock that we're looking at right now kind of reminds me of PROG. So make sure you guys check out GRTX. It's not too late to get in. You can get some shares. You can still trade the options, but of course it looks like it's a little bit late. It's already ran up, so far. So I don't know. I mean, I don't think I'd play the options on it. Don't think I'd play it because again, it's already ran up almost 15% after hours. You probably want to just focus on getting shares and then maybe selling them for, 30, 40% a few days later. Now, another stock I talked about in the Discord, which was a lotto play, was SEAC, Sea Change International. Check this one out. So it started to rally towards the end of the day. Then it sold off all the way down to around 142. Then it started to move after hours. Then they announced their earnings, and it was announced that they beat earnings. But it dropped 10% after this. Within about a couple of minutes, it went from 136 all the way up to 175, which was like a 27% gain. It was ridiculous. I have the screenshot for you guys. And now it's only up 4%. So this is the kind of crazy thing you have to endure when you go in earnings. I had advised $2 calls for this Friday. They're around 20 cents at the time. I don't know what they're going to open at tomorrow, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be up. We're going to see if this jumps any further or if it can hold this level right now. But that is the thing with earnings. You're going to see some crazy plays. I believe there's a merger happening with SEAC. And as you can see, it's now down almost 2% after hours. I do not know what's happening with this one at all. But with those stocks that merge, usually they do manage to spike up, but clearly they don't hold. So that's a kind of disappointing to see if it doesn't hold. A lot of people in the group had got $2 calls. So yeah, again, it will be interesting to see how it opens tomorrow. It's still fluctuating, still moving a lot, still kind of crazy. Let's look at some earnings for next week. We're going to do that. Look at some earnings for next week. Because I already told you guys about the earnings for this week, Thursday and Friday. So I want to skip those and talk about the earnings for next week. So Nike announced earnings on the 20th of December, which I believe is next week, Monday. And so obviously they've released virtual sneakers in the past couple of days. So you guys know the metaverse is becoming a lot bigger stuff when it comes to, virtual reality and, metaverse and all this kind of stuff. If you're not with it, you're not with the times, you're going to fall back. So Nike right now, it's kind of been extremely bearish recently. And I think this could finally start moving upwards. Look over the past month, it's still down. But check this out. The past 3 months, It has, had this period from September 28th at $145, but it ran up all the way to November 5th in about 5-6 weeks to $177. So hopefully with the anticipation to earnings next week, it can start moving up quickly again and, make us some nice money. So next I want to look at Oracle, because Oracle actually is a stock we traded today. We bought puts on this, and I'm going to show you why. So here we are. Oracle sitting at $99, just under $100 level. Last week, as you guys know, they announced earnings. They spiked up from $88 all the way to $104. Now we're sitting at $99, and I think this is looking good for puts. We can have a look at the chart, and you guys can see why exactly I think that. We bought $97.50 puts expiring this Friday for around 48 cents per contract. Let's have a look at Oracle. You guys can see exactly what I'm referring to here. So let's have a look here. Okay, so basically, let me show you guys this on the daily chart. 1 day 15 minutes we're going to look at. 1 day 15 minutes, and I'm going to show you guys my 3 MA lines so you guys can kind of get an indication of what I'm looking at. Okay, so if we zoom in a little bit, this is the 1 day 15 minute chart. So it's sitting right below this green line. It's trended right below this green line for a long time. If it breaks below this red MA line, expect it to drop to around here, 97.35. But guess what? It's not that simple, guys. You have to zoom out a little bit as well sometimes. So if I look at the 6-month 4-hour chart, just to find the simple support and resistance, it can help us understand a little bit more about this trade. So now you see what I'm referring to. It's been on its downtrend and it's slightly overextended on the RSI, but look at the MACD. It's about to cross over here, and once it curls over, it should see downwards momentum. Once the blue line crosses the orange line, it should see downwards momentum. Just like you saw here, when the blue crossed the orange, it started to just sell off. And that's exactly what you should expect here. Now, once it breaks below the green line, expect it to start trending towards the orange and then the red, etc. But we're only in this until Friday. So I don't expect that all to happen within the next few days. Remember, this is the 6-month chart, so it's giving us an overall idea. If you want to see what's more likely to happen in the short term, then you've got to look at the chart on a shorter time frame. So for example, the monthly or the 5-day. I honestly think we are good with this one, but just be wary. If it breaks above 100 and it stays above 100, we might need to exit our puts. Of course, no one knows what's going to happen, but we just got to keep a close eye on this one. I think it could be a good trade. Let's just have a look at how it opens tomorrow and then see how it pans out Thursday before deciding, if we're going to hold to expiry or what we're going to do with it. Now, I want to look at Lucid for a second, because Lucid has been very strange recently. So Lucid started yesterday off pretty strong. Monday it started strong. It ran up a little bit. And then, right here we are. It ran up a little bit. And then before you knew it, it sold off from $40, got rejected all the way down to $37. And towards the end of the day, it ran up towards $40 again. Today it sold off right open, but then started running the rest of the day. Here we go. And now after the hours it's slightly down. But this is just very strange, because I expected it to sell off because it's been very bearish recently. But at the same time, I know some people made money off calls today, doubling their money. I know some people made money off puts within the past couple of days, getting 70-80% returns. This might just be a stock you have to day trade at this moment or scalp. It looks like it is very tough to play right now. So if you're in it, maybe don't do what most of us are doing and try and swing it. It might just be one where you hold it for about a few hours and then get rid of it. Now I want to have a look at Tesla. Tesla started the day off very slow. It kind of sold off the first half of the day, and last 2-3 hours it just pumped $25 out of nowhere, and then it sold off again after hours. I'm not really sure what's happening with this one. What I would personally do is to see if I can find an area of support, a level of support, which you can have a look at trading view right now. Let's look at Tesla, TSLA. Let's see if we can find something to look at here, because I don't understand what's happening with it. So we'll look at the 4-hour candles, look at the monthly chart, 4-hour candles, and let's see if we can find something or anything. So it's still below all the MA lines, but it looks like the MACD is about to curl up here. That could be a nice bullish sign. The RSI looks pretty oversold right now. It's around, how much is that? 34. So it's kind of oversold right now. Watch it start uptrending, and then once it gets to around $1,000 and breaks $1,000, that's when we get busy again. In the meantime, you might just see it rising up a little bit, getting rejected by the MA line, maybe, a bit of consolidation. I personally wouldn't really want to touch this one unless there's a real indication that it's going to be bullish or bearish. So yeah, I wouldn't really touch this one yet. We're going to look at two more. First, we're going to go with Apple. Apple ticker symbol AAPL, as you guys probably know by now. The aim with this one was to watch it to see if it could pull back this week after the strong end to last week, and then wait for it to get towards the MA line and then start uptrending again. So now it ran up this week to $181, opened yesterday around $181, sold off all the way to $172 today, and started uptrending again. It is actually currently at a very critical price point. So in the watch list yesterday, I said watch it pull back towards the MA line and then kind of see if it breaks below or starts moving upwards again. It's actually just broken below the MA line, so $174 exact is below the MA line I was actually looking at, and now I believe it might start downtrending towards around 165. So $165 puts could be on the cards for Apple before then we start looking at the $180 calls, maybe for a couple weeks out. And lastly, but not least, Walmart ticker symbol WMT, another one from the watch list this week. If you're in the Discord, you would have seen this on the watch list. We look at the $145 calls and $143 calls. Check this out. Yesterday, we were $140, and I said a break above $141.60 is go time. It's time to get money. It broke $141.60 and it just started rallying, all the way up to $145, which is actually our price target. So this took until market close today, but it did the business, and it's kind of time to move on and see what's happening next with Walmart. I would look at the $150 course for January, $160 course for January. If you're not in it yet, it's not too late. This was a trade we were very confident about going into this week. You guys know retail is pretty hot right now. Christmas period is coming up. It's just next week. Yes, feels like Christmas. Christmas spirit is well and truly in the air. But Walmart has done excellent this week. It's been a great trade. Already hit our price target within the first 2 days of trading. That is brilliant. Now, lastly, let's have a look at SPY one more time. Like we said earlier, I told you I'll come back to it. We're here now. But it's actually crazy because SPY has just been fluctuating and it's now at 463. It had hit 461 early in the day, 460 early in the day. But tomorrow, what is going to happen now? Tomorrow, please remember that 2 p.m., 2:30 p.m., somewhere around there, the Fed speaks. That could be cause for another sell-off before or even after. So just be wary. I'm thinking of getting SPY calls soon enough, not just quite yet, but soon enough. And overall, I think that is another stock or another index that if you learn trading, you can really make money in this market and you can really succeed. So maybe have a look at how you can trade SPY, learning about trading SPY. I have a stock option starter pack in the description below. Make sure you guys check that one out. It's helped a lot of people I know and it's going to help many more people. Also, make sure you guys check out the Discord. I teach in there every single day. If you'd like to be a part of the Discord, if you'd like to get in on my plays, if you'd like to see what I'm doing, please check out the Discord. Only $15 a month. You might get that back within a couple of days, most likely. Also, make sure you guys do show support. It does really help the channel grow in a great way. There's so much information on this channel. You guys can just check it out, have a look for yourself, see what you like. And again, make sure you guys show some support by liking, subscribing, commenting, sharing. All of this kind of stuff definitely helps and it keeps me making good videos and it keeps helping us with the algorithm, all that good stuff. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. That is it from me. Be back here next time for another video. But until then, I've got money to be making, you've got money to be making. See you guys next time for another video. Peace.
Game over.